see the hunters back in full iron armor. This is next to impossible time. They had just died. Now they're back in full iron armor. This is...
Well, again, things take longer than you think to do. There was a part in this video, 4 Hunters rematch. Go to it. 4 Hunters rematch.
No, I mean, dumb. Like, that's like.
I want to see if I open my inventory.
No, I'm good. He's getting the already.
Hey, you hear Snap scream like, yeah, you can fake that like, let's go, like that. I don't know.
This ocean is massive. That's good for us, though. That's good.
Oh yeah, look at my inventory. So if you notice one thing, I have no bow. Okay, I have no bow. I have no string. Right. So I have no bow, I have no string to make a bow, and I have 25 arrows, okay? And I have enough to make a bunch of beds, but one cycling is risky, especially on servers. It like barely works. Like, and the thing is, I find that out. Was it this video? No, it was another video. It was either the next video or it was before this. It might have been before this, because that would make more sense. But either way, on servers, one cycling doesn't work that well. So I didn't want to do a one cycle. I needed to get a bow. So the reason this takes so long, and it seems like instantaneous. Like, look, I'm in a mine shaft, like collecting string. Like, obviously there's cuts between this, but like, it's like, obviously it's not like an instantaneous thing. Like, it makes it seem like it's literally 10 seconds, but like, that's probably a 5-minute period where I'm trying to figure out what's going on. I think a creeper blew up and exposed that thing, and then I broke the string, and I had to make the bow, and I had to prepare my inventory, etc., etc. So it's like literally, you know, it doesn't make any sense to me. So like, it's obviously it's longer. They probably had backup iron. Maybe they didn't, but I bet you they did. That's been the response to like a lot of this. How'd they get iron so quickly? Like, they have backup iron. So
wow, if they actually mine this legitimately, they're like the best miners in the world. Which is what makes me think that Dream stalled here so they could get full iron armor. Yeah.
I mean, I just had to get a bow. I didn't have a bow. That took time. I probably got more arrows, I think. I didn't have all the materials I needed to beat the dragon. I didn't want to go in and then have to like tower up to the crystals and stuff. Like, that takes so long, and they'd definitely be back. So
Again. Now here, 43:36.
oh, it's this video where I one cycle. Oh,
See.
So I do one cycle this video. So it's actually this video where I end up one cycling. So it doesn't make as much sense. But I need to get rid of the crystals. I didn't want to have to tower up to the crystals. I wasn't sure, because it's a server, if I would be able to one cycle it all the way, and I actually didn't. I had to kill the dragon with my axe because I didn't one cycle all the way. So that's why I needed a bow. I needed a bow still regardless, even though usually you might not. The servers are very shaky. I challenge right now any speedrunner, professional speedrunner that wants to, go do a one cycle with less than like, go do a 5-bed one cycle, which is like a normal one cycle on Spigot. Go do it. I will, like, if you can pull that off, you will be a god. Like, it is almost impossible. Like, I'm telling you, I have tried it. I am very good at one cycling. I have tried it. It's like impossible. I tried like, I did like 9 beds or something, and it didn't work here. Like, and I barely got it. Like, it's very, very hard. The dragon doesn't get like knockback. Like, I bet you, I actually think that that nobody probably be able to do it, because I actually practiced it like over and over and over again to make sure it would work, and I was eventually able to get it. A one cycle is when you kill the dragon in one cycle, like when the dragon's coming down only one time. It's very hard.
Point this out.
On servers, it's way more hard.
Very ridiculous how they didn't find him. Half of him is exposed. Yeah. Had any of the hunters been on any of this
half of me
path,
isn't
they would
exposed,
easily
but
seen
oh, you mean on the half second? Yeah. Well, then he's right.
the fact that they did.
Yeah, but I was moving around. Like, I was moving. Like, I was paying attention to their names and stuff, and like moving based on where they were. Like, I wasn't just being like, oh, let's hope they don't go on this half of the world. Like, that'd be stupid. I was like paying attention and going, okay, I'm gonna move over here. I'm gonna move on this side. There's people over there. I'm placing these blocks here to block myself. Like, I was being careful. It wasn't just like that.
The 4 guys circling didn't see that these blocks got placed is even more ridiculous.
Well, yeah, but they're not looking towards them. They're not expecting me. Like, there's crystals left still. If you see there's crystals, they're not expecting me to kill the dragon yet, because they don't think I can one cycle on a server. So basically they're thinking, oh, he has to go break the crystal. So they're paying attention to the crystals, not the middle, which is why I had a feeling it would work. Because I knew there's still, as you can see with the dragon, there is a crystal left. So there's multiple crystals left. So they're sitting there going, oh wow, like he needs to kill these crystals. So they're not going to look in the middle and go, oh, maybe he's killing the dragon right now. So
This is number 9, and taught the hunters how to counter.
So in Hitman, he's saying, well, in Hitman, he taught the hunters saw how to counter this by jumping down and breaking the boat. But again, you have to jump down, hit the boat perfectly, and then it would kill me, right? And that's assuming I don't have like a water bucket or something to MLG or another way to MLG, or I back up the boat and place the boat in MLG. Like, but he will die no matter what. If he jumps and does that, he will die. So it's kind of like the lava thing where like you're telling him to, which is why I think he probably, wouldn't be the best hunter. I'll just say that. But because he would be like, kamikaze, jump down, and like just jump after me, probably miss the axe hit, fall to his death, and then everyone will be like, you idiot. Like, again, I think it's just one of those things where you don't do those risky plays, because if you do those risky plays, 9 out of 10 times you'll die, and you don't want to give me that advantage. Like if you give me that advantage, I'm taking it and running with it. Like I will take advantage of the fact that you just died, probably kill your teammates, and then you will be like the fool, the clown with the the red shiny nose that tried to jump to his death. Like in earlier manhunts, you see them do more stuff like that, but they learned. They definitely learned. And they decided, okay, we need to be less risky. Don't do all these risky things. Try and take our time, etc.
This. Had George, Sapnap, or Bad jumped down, broke the boat, would have been game over for Dream, yet none of them even risked it.
And you can see if you watch the Hitman extra scenes video, you can see that in the Hitman extra scenes video, like they try it multiple times. It takes them a bunch of times to get it, Like they don't get it first try, they don't get it second try, they don't get it third try. Like they try like 5 times, and then eventually they break my boat when they're trying it. It's not the easiest thing in the world. And again, they will die if they do it. So they better hope I don't die, otherwise they just gave me a ginormous advantage.
Have to survive. They can get away is already suspicious enough. And when he goes into this part here, that part is where cave spiders usually spawn, yet not a single cave spider spawns.
So first of all, I'm breaking iron with a golden pickaxe. I staged that part. I thought it'd be so funny to make myself look like a fool. But no, I think that the reason the mobs don't spawn as much is because it's on easy. Like, we play manhunts on easy. So maybe we have played a manhunt on not easy before, but we play manhunts on the easy difficulty. So cave spiders don't actually give you poison, and there's much less spawns. And the reason for that is just because we don't want... A manhunt would be lame if you're just dying to mobs every time. There has been some manhunts where there's a lot of mobs, but there's the second thing as well. Even on easy, we also play on a server, so there's mob caps. So what mob caps are is it means that if there's a certain number of mobs already spawned, then it won't spawn more mobs near you because it's hit the limit of mobs being spawned. Right? So I want you to listen carefully to something he says that this plays into that, because he says something.
You can hear George and Sapnap complaining about there's so many mobs, yet next to Dream there's not a single mob.
That makes sense, right? So he's saying you can hear George and Sapnap complaining about how many mobs are near them, but by Dream there's no mobs, and that's because of the mob cap. So basically they have all the mobs, it hit the mob cap, and then I ran away from them, and I was near them, which is why it spawned mobs near me by them. And so basically for mobs to spawn near me, they'd need to kill all those mobs or have those mobs despawn. So essentially, that's what happened. So when you see no mobs in Manhunt, it's usually because of that. And also I cut out me fighting mobs a lot because it's just boring. And also this Manhunt was uncut. You can go watch this entire Manhunt. There's lots of mobs. There's tons of mobs actually. Like this Manhunt was uncut on DreamXD. You can go watch the fully uncut Manhunt from start to finish. Like it's as you can tell, that's not staged that we turned down mob spawns or something. Even if we did, it wouldn't matter. But we didn't. We don't. It's just easy. And there's mob caps. So basically, they took all the mobs. I had none, and they had to kill the mobs for